Welcome to Talk Fights. I'm Curtis Biggs. I'm joined again today by my brother Adam Biggs. And we're going to talk about the upcoming fight between Ryan Bader and Fedor Emelianenko. It's coming up on February 4th at Bellator 290. And this is an excellent fight. It's something I'm really looking forward to. It's a rematch and a very, very exciting fight. It's billed as Fedor Emelianenko's last fight. And it should be great.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it ever since I heard that they were potentially talking about a huge fight like that. A rematch for Fedor, a chance for him to get that one back because Bader did beat him before in the tournament for the finale of the tournament, knocked him out.
That's right.
To win the heavyweight title. And the fact that it's for a title again, I think it would be an amazing opportunity for Fedor, who is considered to be the greatest heavyweight of all time by some, to finish his career. And I think that would help solidify. Obviously, he's not the UFC or Pride champ, but if he were to go out as the Bellator champ, that's the #2 organization in the world for sure. And I think that would be a huge, huge accomplishment for him to go out and finish his career like that.
Absolutely, that would be. That would be, it's a great way to finish his career, 100%. Now, he's had a couple fights recently. He's coming off a first-round knockout of Tim Johnson. And prior to that, he's coming off a first-round knockout of Rampage Jackson.
Right, obviously Rampage isn't in his prime anymore.
Right.
But a win's a win.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
And he's still being competitive. It's not like he's coming out of a big long retirement and they're just like gifting him a shot, right? He's been active. He's had some wins, right? So I mean, he's this is a great fight for me. I think it's deserving of both of them because Bader's had some wins himself.
Absolutely, he's coming off a win of Chuck Congo. And prior to that, he's coming off a win of Lyoto Machida, who he's been knocked out by early in his career. So it's nice for him to be able to get that win
Get that one back for sure, yeah, that's awesome.
They've both been very busy, and just a great fight. Both very tough guys, both great wrestlers, both great strikers. It should be very interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, Fedor has always had great strategies and a good game plan for every fighter. We were watching Fedor Krokop, and just the way he stalked him, he consistently moved forward. He wasn't running, he wasn't chasing, but he was always kind of pressuring and moving forward, right?
Definitely.
He's always, and then when he was on top, he was really laying on him and making him feel the weight of him, right?
For sure.
To tire him out, to get through that decision win. I mean, again, you talk about both of these guys have been staples in the MMA community forever. They both fought the who's who during their time, right?
Yep, absolutely. Bader's been up and down. He's got 5 losses. He's got 5 knockout losses on his career.
Yeah.
He was knocked out by Glover Teixeira, as I mentioned. He's knocked out by Lyoto Machida.
Yeah.
A few other guys.
Glover Teixeira, recently a former champ, right? I mean, bad dude in his own right.
Absolutely, very tough guy. Very tough guy. No shame in losing to that guy.
Mm-hmm.
But Bader, again, like you said, he's a very tough guy. He's got 30 wins and 7 losses, I want to say.
Yeah, I think so.
Versus Fedor's 40 wins and 6 losses.
Yeah.
Almost all of Fedor's losses have come by knockout or technical knockout. He's got 1 submission loss to Fabricio Verdum. Other than that,
which again is no slouch. Fabricio went on to
one of the best jiu-jitsu guys ever.
And he went on to be a knockout artist in UFC and became heavyweight champ. So I mean,
very
that's
capable guy for sure.
We talked about it before. Fedor doesn't really have a whole lot of blemishes on his record. I guess the couple you would say would be Mitrione. And potentially Henderson because he's not really a heavyweight. But Henderson's pedigree, I mean, when you look at him, he's basically probably one of the greatest of all time. He's had a few losses, but the titles he's held and stuff like that are pretty crazy. Not many people can match up with the accolades that he's gotten and the pedigree of fighter that he's fought.
I completely agree. I just think based on the size that he's really not a heavyweight. I don't think Fedor should have lost to that guy, but knocked out.
No, and I agree with you. I can see that.
It is what it is. I mean, Dan Henderson is no slouch for sure.
Yeah.
Who else has Fedor lost to recently, other than Ryan Bader?
Yeah, which was a knockout.
Yeah, he did have some wins in there. He was in that tournament in Bellator. He knocked out Chael Sonnen, he knocked out Frank Mir. Both guys that maybe not what they were a few years ago. Chael Sonnen, again, not a heavyweight by any means.
Yeah.
But still very tough guys. Very, very skilled guys, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What's going to happen when he meets Ryan Bader? That's the question, right? I think they're both going to be trying to use their wrestling in a negative kind of fashion so as to not wrestle.
To
So
negate
stay on the feet.
the other person's attempts.
And I think it's going to be a striking war between these two. Fedor definitely has the better submission game. He's got quite a few submissions on his record. I don't remember how many. But Ryan Bader only has three submission wins on his record.
And he was submitted by Tito Ortiz.
That's right. And he was submitted by Tito Ortiz after being knocked down. Absolutely. Fedor submitted to some of the best out there. Fedor submitted Mark Coleman. He submitted Mark Coleman twice. He submitted Mark Hunt. He submitted that giant.
That was huge. Where it almost looks like it's not even real. Where he's got him in the armbar there. Yeah. No. Fedor's got a high level sambo game, right? I mean,
absolutely does.
So he's someone you wouldn't want to mess with. Yeah, exactly. If he wanted to take it there, he could.
Yeah,
right.
Sure.
I don't think he likes to take it there. He's brute strength and a chin. I know he's been knocked out, but he still has a chin.
He's a
right.
tough guy.
I mean, big guys like that, like Bader's a big, strong hitting, hard hitting dude. He catches you on the chin with an open one, like he did in the last one. That can happen. Knock anybody out. So there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's exactly what Bader's going to be hoping to do again. Yep. Penetrate the defense and land a nice clean shot, and then probably take him down and ground and pound him out and wear him out after that, right?
Right.
If he doesn't knock him out clean, I think Bader's going to go for a takedown and then really try to wear him out if he's able to stumble him. But Fedor's known for coming back.
Sure is.
Right? He's made a lot of comebacks.
Rogers, he was getting rocked, and he came back and knocked him out.
Yeah.
Fujita, way back in the day in Pride Fighting, got rocked big time.
Yeah.
Came back and dropped Fujita and then rear naked choked him out.
I mean, when we talk about that too, everybody fought in Pride, like you said, like Coleman and Nogueira and Fujita.
Absolutely.
Right? Everybody. He fought Gary Goodrich,
Noe Ogawa, and he fought
everybody. Heath Herring, and everybody who was anybody, he fought in Pride. If you're in the heavyweight division at that time. Crow Cop.
Definitely.
Mark Hunt, Crow Cop. Right? Like, I mean, just everybody. So again, he's considered to be one of the greatest of all time. I think if he wins this fight, I think he retires. I think that'd be the smart call.
Yeah, me
Although
too.
I bet they would be calling, Bellator would be calling for the rubber match, a big money fight, whatever. But if he were to lose that rubber match afterwards, that would tarnish the legacy. Whereas if he goes out on top as champ, and just says, hey, I'm done. I wanted this one last fight, won the title, solidify my legacy as one of the greatest ever, and be done.
I agree, and I hope he does. I hope he can win this fight. I'm a big Fedor Emelianenko fan.
Yeah.
He's the sentimental favorite in this fight for sure.
Yep.
I hope he can pull it off and then retire and kind of go off into the sunset, right? I suspect that he is going to be able to pull it off. I think he's going to be training as hard as he's ever trained. He knows or suspects that this is going to be his last fight. And then wants to make a statement. And does want to finish as being considered one of the greatest heavyweights
and to get one back against Bader.
And to get that fight back against Bader. Absolutely.
I mean, I think both you and I are a little bit biased because we were, really super fans when Pride was in its heyday, right? And Fedor was considered one of the greatest ever, right? I mean, what I always liked about him is it wasn't this, chiseled physique guy. He was just he looked like he came off the farm. Or whatever, obviously in Russia, right? I mean, he'd been working hard his whole life, and it just went in there and had a huge chin and huge hands and a high-level game too. He wasn't just a big, strong, tough guy. His game is hugely high level.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, and very, very well-rounded. And I think you're right. I think they're both going to come in swinging and try to use the wrestling again to avoid takedowns and to avoid, if Fedor comes across a submission, he's going to take it. But I think he's looking to go in there and probably get the win, the stoppage on their feet too.
Yep. And so do I.
I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to be able to finish it off because again, Bader's no slouch in the striking game, and he's going to be willing to stand and throw with him.
And I think so too. I think these guys are going to go in there and just start throwing down pretty fast. And Fedor has been known to be able to do well in the shootout. He's in there throwing down with guys.
Yeah.
He's very skilled at that, and he can take a hit and he can give a big hit. I do suspect he's going to stop him. I'm going to say a third or fourth round stoppage for Fedor Emelianenko. I'm probably going to say third round.
You know what? I'm going to go. I think it's going to end quick again. I think they're both going to come in. I think Bader's going to be coming in strong, trying to land that. He knows he doesn't want to hang out with Fedor till the third round and wait to catch something. He's going to be trying to finish strong again and get him out of the way. And I think that's going to be what's going to cost him. Coming off that knockout win, he's going to be overconfident. He's gonna think, oh, I got this, right? He can't handle my power.
Yeah.
And come in, and Fedor's going to catch him with one of those big ones, like. Some of the shots he's throwing on some of the guys, I was watching that again, the Fedor one, Fedor and Crow Cup, and just some of the straight right hands that he friggin' cracked him with.
Sure.
Like, a lot lesser men would be in the ground after a shot like that.
Crow Cup can take a shot.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Super high level again. What were we talking about? That Muay Thai tournament that's going. Alistair Overeem's talking about trying to get into it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Again, he's super high level striker too, right? Like, I mean,
him and Fedor would be interesting.
Yeah.
Fedor.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be a good fight. So February 4th, it's Bellator 290, and I really can't wait. Again, my pick is going to be a mid-fight stoppage for Fedor Emelianenko, and the hope is that he retires and says goodbye to everybody that night.
Goes out as a champ. I would love to see that happen again. Like I said, I think that solidifies his legacy. I think GSP, that was one of the things too. And people can say whatever you want. You know, he handpicked his opponent and whatever, but to come back, win a title, and to say, you know what, I just wanted to show the champ that they're not the real champ, I'm the champ.
Sure.
And to walk away, I think that's huge. And I think Fedor's smart enough to know that Bader is a dangerous guy, and to take the chance of doing another one for money, forget the money, the legacy's where it's at.
That's right. I think he's got the money already. Anyway.
But I think he will. I think he's a smart man, and I think we both agree he's going to win this fight, and he's going to walk off into the sunset with the belt around his waist.
Well, I hope so. I hope he does. Awesome. See you at the fights.
All right.
My secret power is sadness. You knew it. Oh, strong claws, dirty pool.